Latest updates on Iyanna Mayweather case are shocking.
Kim.
And Deshaun B.
And we have a very special guest in the building, Miss Iyanna Mayweather.
Last month, Iyanna Mayweather got herself into some serious trouble after nearly killing a woman in Texas. While the victim of YaYa's outburst survived the incident, the latest updates to come from her case prove that Iyanna could still be facing serious jail time after all. Welcome to Lime Report. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description to enter a chance at winning our Apple product giveaway. NBA YoungBoy is one of the hottest rappers of his class. Starting his career out at such a young age, his ability to build such a loyal fan base is unmatched. While he's been able to enjoy huge success, the fame has also come with its pitfalls as the many women in his life continue to cause drama for the rapper. Just last month, YoungBoy found himself in a crazy situation when his ex YaYa decided to show up in Houston to his home unannounced. YoungBoy found himself in a crazy situation when his ex YaYa decided to show up to his Houston home unannounced. YoungBoy and Iyanna have been in a long on and off relationship that has been nothing but stressful for both sides. Last year, YoungBoy released the single Dirty Iyanna, a cover of the Michael Jackson song, as a way to diss his ex. Since then, things have only gotten more and more tense between the two of them. While Iyanna claims YoungBoy as her husband, it doesn't look like she trusts him at all. Rumor says that the reason YaYa was going over to YoungBoy's house in the first place is because she suspected he was cheating on her. Things immediately went south when Iyanna accused YoungBoy of being unfaithful and then ended the night by stabbing his baby mama, LaPatra Jacobs. YaYa was arrested on the scene, and a lot of the negative press went straight toward YoungBoy, who was accused of cooperating with the police. This isn't the first time Iyanna has attacked a woman involved with YoungBoy, however, it is the first time she's been arrested for it. Since her arrest, reports have surfaced that the legendary boxer's daughter could face life in prison. Though this is only her first offense, could Iyanna's attack be deemed savage enough to land her behind bars for life? Thanks for joining us, everyone. Today we'll be taking a look at Iyanna Mayweather's ongoing assault case and the consequences she faces. Don't go anywhere as we uncover all the latest details in her battle in court. You won't want to miss any of this. The situation surrounding YaYa and YoungBoy is pretty complicated. Iyanna Mayweather claims that she and YoungBoy are going to be married soon, however, the rapper's actions lately don't really match up to that story. YoungBoy has also claimed YaYa as his wife several times, however, just in the past year he's already been caught with 3 other women. To further the point, he's even gone on Instagram before and claimed he doesn't even have a girlfriend and only keeps his baby mamas around him. With all the uncertainty going on in their relationship, most believe Iyanna went to YoungBoy's house to try and take back control of her relationship. When she found him there with another woman, YaYa lost her mind. Iyanna told Jacobs that she was YoungBoy's fiancée and demanded the woman to leave. LaPatra didn't budge and instead yelled at YaYa to leave, claiming that she was just an ex and had no business with the rapper. Things spun out of control when the two women began to fight. YaYa, feeling outmatched, made her way to the kitchen and armed herself with 2 knives. As soon as Jacobs charged at her, YaYa lunged in with knives and managed to stab Jacobs twice in the arms. Paramedics were called to the scene, and while treating Jacobs, one EMT realized a fight had occurred and called the cops to investigate the situation. After YoungBoy allowed police to conduct a full investigation in his home, they arrested YaYa for assault. Following the incident, many believe that Floyd's daughter would be facing some serious time behind bars. Following their fight, Jacobs was taken to the hospital to treat her wounds, and there were rumors that she was in critical condition. From what the police could tell, YaYa was aiming to kill her victim, but out of sheer luck, missed Jacobs' artery. While the motive for her vicious attack is still unknown, many believe it to be nothing more than a case of jealousy that led to her rage. Keep watching as we reveal the dangerous fate that lies ahead for YaYa Mayweather and what her defense is doing to keep her out of jail, exclusively here on Lime Report. While Jacobs was able to recover from her injuries, it seems Iyanna's legal troubles are only beginning. According to our sources, Mayweather was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a felony that can carry a $10,000 fine or up to 99 years in prison if Mayweather is convicted. Reports tell us that it's unlikely she will receive the maximum sentence since she doesn't appear to have a criminal history. However, despite her clean record, it's still very possible for Iyanna to receive jail time due to the aggressive nature of the attack. According to court documents, if she is found guilty of the crimes, Iyanna could still face up to 20 years in prison, which could effectively cut into the majority of her prime years. Since she is Floyd Mayweather's daughter, many believe that the boxer would come to her aid and help Iyanna through her troubling times, but it seems instead that Iyanna is on her own as she had to hire her own attorney to help her fight the charges. Mayweather is being represented by Kurt Schaefer, a famed attorney who has worked for celebrities like Slim Thug, Pimp C, and Rap-A-Lot Records CEO Jay Prince. Schaefer confirmed Mayweather will plead not guilty to the charges and is due back in court in August. Iyanna is doing fine, although she remains shaken by this unfortunate incident, Schaefer told the media. However, despite his claims of YaYa's good condition, things only seem to be worsening for her as her case advances. According to several news reports, the state of Texas will be moving forward in prosecuting the daughter of boxing champ Floyd Mayweather Jr. after being arrested for the incident. The Harris County Prosecutor's Office was able to subpoena Jacobs' medical records as means to use the evidence against YaYa. In addition to the subpoena, Harris County's District Attorney Kenesha Day was granted an order by the Houston hospital Jacobs was treated at to give up medical charts, lab results, as well as other medical information and photos to use as evidence against Mayweather. With the evidence, as well as the investigation that took place at the scene of the crime, Iyanna was charged with second-degree assault with a deadly weapon. Although the charge doesn't usually carry such a high sentencing term, YaYa was really unlucky as Texas is unusually strict when enforcing assault cases. Despite the fact that Iyanna was able to snag such a high-powered defense team to keep her out of prison, the odds continue to stack against her. Stay with us as we reveal the insane details spilled by the victim that has led many of her fans to believe Iyanna Mayweather is guaranteed to face time in prison. You won't want to miss any of this. When EMTs had first arrived on the scene, Jacobs was found lying on the floor bleeding out. The horrific scene was obviously alarming to the medics, and they made the call to the police. Iyanna told cops Jacobs had incited her by initially pulling her hair outside the house and then running into the kitchen where the confrontation went down. From what we can tell, Iyanna claims to have never met Jacobs before, and while that may be true, she knew that someone was sneaking around with her boyfriend, otherwise these events would never have happened in the first place. While YaYa tried to spin her side of the story using both her and her father's name to influence the truth, the victim had a much different story to tell. And from the moment she recovered and was released from the hospital, people all over the world were dying to hear from Jacobs. But at first, the victim wanted nothing more than peace and privacy. Contrary to what most believed, Jacobs wasn't the clout-chasing type and wanted nothing more than to be left alone, which she clearly stated on social media. While Jacobs was reluctant to tell her side of the story at first, pressure from the internet finally broke the victim until she had to make her stance known. LaPatra broke down her silence in an Instagram story post and mentioned she never wanted any attention. Unfortunately, since the incident, she's been receiving negative comments and verbal abuse about the incident, despite being the victim. Keep in mind that LaPatra isn't a celebrity and isn't used to the newfound attention. When she initially spoke out about it, she said that she's not okay and would like for everyone to leave her alone. LaPatra wrote a message to everyone asking if she's okay on her Instagram story. "No, I'm not okay, I'm really bleep up in the head," she wrote. "I hate to say it, can y'all just leave me alone? I never wanted this attention or whatever y'all call it. P.S. Y'all won't be seeing me. I'm kinda glad I don't have a phone." Ironically though, as she spoke out about the situation, her Instagram account gained new followers by the day. Soon, Jacobs was comfortable to start talking about the incident in full and even went on to reveal her injuries. During the first tell-all IG live session she held, Jacobs recounted the incident. She was fed up with the questions and decided the only way to quiet the voices was to tell her side of the story. So in the live, she admitted that Iyanna did go crazy, stab her, and then revealed the most shocking detail of all. According to Jacobs and an unidentified family member, not only did YaYa stab Jacobs and injure her, but also took a life in the process. Jacobs' family member in the live session claimed that the attack led to the loss of Jacobs' supposed unborn child. With a bomb like that dropped, the case instantly became way more complicated as the court now needs to figure out if they will only be charging YaYa with assault or, depending on the term of Jacobs' pregnancy, if they need to add a murder charge in the case as well. It's clear that Iyanna had an undying and frankly irrational love for her rapper boyfriend. While the two have had their very public ups and downs, Iyanna has always gone above and beyond to let the world know where she stands in terms of her lover. In spite of the fact that YoungBoy has cheated on her several times, Iyanna has remained loyal to her man. But now it's that same loyalty that leaves her very life dangling in the face of danger. Iyanna is a very passionate young lady, and while we don't know exactly why she decided to try and stab her victim, it's clear that she didn't come with the intention to kill anyone. But if the claims made by Jacobs and her family are true, Iyanna could be facing more jail time than any of us could have ever imagined. While we don't know what will become of Iyanna until her pending trial in August, we can be sure that both she and her family are looking at ever possible options to get YaYa out of prison. But will Iyanna be able to prove her innocence? Or will the pressure from the victim be too much for her to defend against? Thanks for joining us on Lime Report, everyone. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and before you go, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description to enter a chance at winning our Apple product giveaway.